This is 3 News Daily.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 3 News Daily on this Tuesday, April 4th, an historic day in our country. I'm Stephanie Haney here with your top stories from WKYC.com and WKYC+. And today is historic at the national level because this afternoon, Donald Trump became the first former U.S. president to be arraigned in court on criminal charges. Now we're getting more and more information about exactly what those charges mean for the former president, which are connected to a hush money payment made to an adult film star before the 2016 election. NBC's Bree Jackson is in Washington with the details.
Former President Trump turning himself in to the Manhattan DA's office today.
I think that it should be smooth. We're trying to coordinate and cooperate with everybody to make sure that there are no problems.
New York police say they are ready for possible protest. President Biden told reporters he's confident law enforcement can handle the situation.
I have faith in the New York Police Department.
During this afternoon's arraignment, Trump and the country will learn the exact charges he faces. His former fixer, Michael Cohen, served as a key witness for the prosecution.
I think right now he's beyond petrified.
The investigation centered around hush money payments made to adult film star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 election. Trump allies claim he's being targeted.
We're talking about a prosecutor who, before he was elected, promised to indict Donald Trump.
Cameras captured the former reality TV star turned politician arriving in New York Monday.
He's a criminal defendant, people. He is no different from the brother standing on that corner that his motorcade is about to pass.
Sources tell NBC News Mr. Trump faces more than 30 charges related to document fraud. Lawyers for the former president say he will plead not guilty.
Now, we talked with a political science professor from Case Western Reserve University who says, these may not be the most important charges that the president will face.
When you compare the charges that Trump is facing now to the other potential charges he may face in, for example, Georgia, these are not the most dramatic charges that Trump may face.
Now, we'll continue to update you throughout the day as we get more information about the charges against the former president. Also, there is a Legally Speaking special that we have out on WKYC Plus and our WKYC YouTube page. That special covers those other investigations into the former president. There are 3 other criminal investigations that the president faces, one related to the Mar-a-Lago documents, one related to Georgia election law, and then also the broader special counsel investigation into 2020 election interference and the January 6th insurrection. I talked with 3 former federal prosecutors about each of those cases, including the case that is at the top of everyone's mind today, tied to the hush money payment to former adult film star Stormy Daniels. So check that out. Again, that's on WKYC Plus and on the WKYC YouTube page. Now, back here in Northeast Ohio, we continue our coverage on the fake cop suspects here in Cleveland. This afternoon, Cleveland police have confirmed they have a suspect in custody in relation to the robberies, where these suspects are pulling people over in unmarked cars with blue and red strobe lights attached. Now, this is just hours after police released these new photos as they continue to search for the other suspects involved. These pictures show a black Dodge Durango with heavily tinted windows and a black Jeep Cherokee, both believed to be involved in the most recent incident. Police are advising that drivers call 911 if they're being pulled over by an unmarked vehicle. Now, meanwhile, Akron police have arrested this suspect on multiple counts of rape, abduction, and attempted rape. Akron police say 24-year-old Mohammed Rita allegedly committed the crimes between November of 2022 and March of this year. Detectives say Rita was a driver for a rideshare service and allegedly targeted women who were walking alone. Then officials say Rita took them to isolated places and attacked them. So far, police have identified 8 victims. Now, another update today from West Geauga schools. They're closed again today after a student was arrested yesterday for bringing a gun to school. This morning, the school superintendent explained in a statement that at last night's board meeting, as it ended, he received a report of a threatening post made on Snapchat allegedly targeting the school. Police are investigating the report, and the superintendent closed all schools in an abundance of caution. During the school board meeting last night, the mother of the student who first reported finding a bullet spoke about her disappointment in the school's initial response.
What did the school district do to protect my child today? My child protected the other students. But what did you do to protect my child today? Because thank God somebody else was looking out for him, because it wasn't you.
Now, this is a developing story. Stay with us as we continue to gather more information.
Okay, moving on.
Now, there are big changes out at Highland Software in West today. The tech company announced yesterday major layoffs, cutting about a fifth of its workforce. Our Bree Buckley is looking into the details and how it could impact the city.
And we grow generally at between our employee base, between 10 and 15% a year. So we don't see an end or a slowing down of that trajectory.
That's Highland President and CEO Bill Premer in 2017, not anticipating major layoffs just 6 years later. The company announcing Monday that it would be cutting about 1,000 employees, approximately 20% of its workforce. Premer calling it the hardest change they've ever had to make in a letter to his team. This comes after the company laid off 100 employees back in 2021. The Westlake-based software company says it's removing management roles, adjusting team sizes, and reassigning responsibilities as it switches to a cloud company amid shifts in the market and global economy.
So this is disappointing news. I also understand business and I understand competition. And based on what I was informed, this is all about being more streamlined and making sure that they're more able to adapt quickly in the marketplace.
Westlake Mayor Dennis Clough says Highland is one of the largest employers for the city, alongside UH's St. John Medical Center and American Greetings that also had layoffs in 2018. The mayor says majority of the city's revenue comes from income tax.
The good thing is right now, at this point in time, in the short term, the city of Westlake has is financially solid, and we will be able to continue to provide the quality services to all of our residents. That's the good news now. What this means in the future, it's anybody's guess.
The software company had previously made the Forbes Best Employers list with amenities like a salon and childcare, not your typical office staples.
It's been a very good company to work for. And in a way, it's a shame to see that they can't continue to grow like they have been in the years.
Now, according to that letter from the CEO, the company will offer laid-off employees a minimum of 3 months severance pay, at least 5 months of health care coverage, and career resources to help them land another job. Now, today, the new law on distracted driving in Ohio officially takes effect. It makes distracted driving, including texting, checking social media, and streaming videos behind the wheel, a primary offense. So now, if police see you doing any of those things while driving, they can pull you over. There are some exceptions to the distracted driving law. That includes reporting an emergency and using your phone at a traffic light. So keep that in mind. Remember, there is a 6-month grace period, but those tickets are going to start coming out in October. So get in the habit now. Stop using those phones while you're behind the wheel. It's just not safe. Thanks for being with us for today's edition of 3 News Daily. Remember, we do this live on your TVs every day at 1:22 and 1:52. We appreciate you wherever you're watching or listening. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more of your top stories from Northeast Ohio. Have a great day, everybody.